Hello and welcome back once again to another SOLIDWORKS tutorial. Today it's all about sketching. What are the top tips that everyone using SOLIDWORKS should know about? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into. So let me jump into a fresh sketch here and get started. We'll just use our front plane, and what I'm going to do here is, well, we'll start with the entities, our lines, our circles and so on. We all know we can go up to the menu here and select them. But did you know, holding down your right mouse button will enable something called the gesture wheel. And as you've seen there, I was able to select the circle out of it. Now, the great thing about this gesture wheel, obviously it's a huge time saver. You don't need to travel up to the menu, select your entity and move the mouse back. But the other great thing about it is you can customize it. So if we go into our customize menu, you can see here, it's context sensitive. So we can have a different gesture wheel for parts, for sketches, for assemblies, and for drawings, because you might want different tools for different things. Now, sticking with the default here, you can see we've got our line, smart dimension, rectangle, and circle. I'm going to choose my circle once again, and let's get sketching off of the origin. Now, you know, the next thing here is as I place this circle, I need to go up, I need to select my smart dimension, and I need to add the dimension in manually. That's a bit of a pain. It would be great if we had a way in which we could just enter the entity and dictate the size right off the bat. That is exactly what this setting allows us to do. And again, everyone should know about this. Into the sketch options, and in here, we've got enable on-screen numeric input upon entity creation. Now, by turning this on, let's have a look at how it differs. So once again, I'll choose that circle sketch entity, nothing else different. And you can see it now allows me to enter a value as I create the entity. Much better, total time saver. And if I use my smart dimension, of course, I can go ahead and verify. Yeah, that did actually work. It put a dimension of 150 on it. So let's continue work with this part. It kind of comes up and swoops round towards the top here. Now, as we know, I could choose my line tool from the toolbar. I could use the gesture wheel, or here's a third option. Hit the S key on your keyboard and go ahead and choose the line. That is a context sensitive option as well, so it'll pop up with the appropriate tools for the context which you find yourself in. So let's add this line, get a dimension on it, and then we're given another line off of that line. Most SOLIDWORKS users will probably be used to that. What most don't know though is hover back over that endpoint and it will automatically swap it for an arc. A lot of consumer products are made up from lines and arcs, just that, so it's a great tool to know about. Now from here, I want the same on the other side, so I'm going to mirror this over. How do we go about that in the sketch environment? Again, a lot of people create the 3D geometry, then mirror it over, but have a look at this. If I choose this line I've just added and mark it as construction geometry, it allows me to use it without interfering with the extrude or whatever feature it is I need to use next. I'm then free to use the mirror entities command, choose what I want to mirror, choose what I'm mirroring about, and SOLIDWORKS does the rest. Now here's another fantastic tool a lot of people don't know about, trim entities. If you leave it on the power trim setting, you can quite literally just draw lines through anything you want to get rid of and it'll cut it off at its nearest intersection. Super handy tool, keep that one in mind. You literally click it and get to work with it, no setup required. Now, all that's left, let's finish this shape off. I'll cap it at the top. And here's something else, again, I was surprised to see a lot of users aren't aware about. You can add fillets at the sketch level. Again, a lot of people will prefer to leave it to the feature level to add in fillets, but it's good to know you've got the option there. If you want to add them in the sketch, you can do. And you can see here, just as simple as adding in a feature fillet, click on the edge where you want to apply it, or point, I guess, in our case, add in the size that you want that fillet to be, and job done. Let's finish this off with an offset entities command because I want this part to have a 19mm wall thickness. I'll reverse it so it goes in the correct direction, put my value in, and there we go, as easy as that. By adding these features in at the sketch level, it means we retain quite a short feature tree. We're not having to add all the features afterwards. And it also means when I go ahead and do the extrude command, the part's already made. There's no need to hollow it out or add additional cuts to it. Now, thank you so much for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button and we'll be back soon with more SOLIDWORKS tutorials.